Welcome back to ChainsawAce. Today we're going to my storage shed to see what interesting saws I might have in there that we could use for videos. The reason I have these saws is over the course of about 4 decades, you tend to acquire things, whether people abandon them or they're just junked or thrown away or whatever. I know I never throw any saws away. We're gonna go see what I've got in there and what we could possibly use to make a future video that you guys might find interesting. That's bad. Let's grab that one. That's interesting. 192 top handle. Listen to this back piece here. I'm sure it's blown up. If it was left, have another 192. It's not the top handle, but it's the traditional back handle style. I'm sure it's cooked, but we'll fix it. Old junky 170. Not worth a whole lot, but why not? We'll do it. .311. It's got some compression. Handle's broke, wired together. That is very dangerous. Good Lord. Crazy. Oh well. I'm gonna say something that's on my mind. Here's a perfect example. People watch a lot of my videos and say, you could just buy a new saw. Why not just throw that one away and buy a new one? This person that bought this one, I found a ticket in there that said given to shop. It's probably burned up and they bought a new saw and didn't fix it. What I do is kind of the extreme case scenarios, and I don't really recommend you pay somebody to try to do the level of work I do, or it would cost more than a new saw. And this is an example of that. Instead of them throwing it away, they want me to throw it away. And I don't throw saws away. We're gonna fix it. Got a decent looking 390. Sure, we can rebuild it and clean it up. 291 from 2019. It was left in 2019, not from 2019. So I don't remember this. I'm getting older, but not that much older. This one came over on the Mayflower. Call this one the Duke, I think. It's probably $100 new, and we're gonna put about $700 in it. So here we go. It's $450. I think we're gonna do a conversion to a 460 on this one. I'm sure it's toast anyway, so might as well. Had a dude give this to me. I think they used to run it on like an old bucket truck or something with compressed air, so we'll clean it up and see if it still works. Oil it up. It's heavy. God dog, that thing's heavy. Remington. A lot of shops put these red ribbons on saws to indicate they're burned up and dead. This 455 Rancher is more than likely toast, but I bet we can get her back to going. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. 455. Nothing special about that one. Old 460. Nothing really special about a lot of these saws, but it's something I like to do, and if you like to do something, why not do it? Instead of taking them to a shop and having this enormous labor bill, maybe you can do a lot of this work yourself and get your saw back running, you know? And here's a great example of this MS-180. If you can get it running again yourself, why not? I mean, they're great little saws. One of the reasons we started ChainsawAce was so people could see how to actually do a lot of this stuff themselves. I have no idea where I'm gonna put all these saws. Well, that wraps this one up. Thanks so much for coming along with us. Also, let me know down in the comments which saw you have. Thanks for watching. I have no idea where I'm gonna put all these saws. I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Sure, we can rebuild it and clean it up. So. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna do that. A lot of saws put these red tags on saws to indicate they're actually dead. A lot of shops put these red ribbons on saws to indicate they're... A lot of shops put these red ribbons on saws to indicate they're burned up and dead. Well, that wraps this one up. Pause.